Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. Today, back into our game against the AI. I had to think there for a second. Our matchup against the AI in Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. We are approaching wintertime, 1942, and we're going to jump right into it today after I yap for a few minutes just to let people get here. When I left you last time, we were actually up in the north. As you can tell, where I'm focused is down here on the south, in the south. Looking around down here, just making sure I've got the full context of what's going on. We've got rain everywhere. It's muddy. It's mucky. The Soviets did not even attack last time because there's so much mud on the map, and so that could help us. Certainly we're in a defensive posture in some places. In other places, we can kind of set up for a potential, when the snow hits, when the ground firms, we could potentially try to get another pocket or two. We'll see. I don't want to get crazy. We In 1941-42, we got caught in a bad spot. As the winter hit, we weren't dug in at all. It became a huge problem, obviously, and has really shaped this game since. Hello, CJ. McCall is here. Hello. How are you guys? You want me to yap away, CJ? Well, you might be in the minority, my friend. I wish you had the only vote. I guess I am a dictator here. I can do what I want, but you get a vote whether you show up or not. So a little bit of yap. Just usually I try to, at the 3 minute mark, I get on the map. But anyway, again, I forget this sometimes, but I want to thank you guys for all the support. We are about to cross 4,000. The last I looked, we had about 3,997 subs in this channel. I'm shocked by that. We started last November 13th, so our anniversary has passed. I didn't even notice that the 1 year mark was up. So I've been around for 1 year, at least putting these videos up, and we're almost 4,000 people. That's crazy. This is a niche, certainly, or niche, if you like to say niche. I prefer niche, but that's because I'm from the Midwest of the U.S. Hey, Malcolm, what's up? But again, thank you guys so much. We're going to get the monocle out and celebrate here sometime this week. If the supply chain issues don't get in the way, it is ordered, it is en route. So thank you for all the support in the monocle fund. I got a dandy coming too. It's a sweet monocle. Hopefully someday that'll never be held against me. We'll see. I don't know. My grandkids may go back and watch these streams someday and say, "Wow, Grandpa had a monocle on." Okay. Anyway, when I left you, we were right up here in the Rezhev, Kalinin area, sort of. We had started to pull out of Kalinin. We're coming down here to Rezhev. This all looks pretty strong, especially in all of this mud. If we hover here, we got a water level of 7. Now that runs from 0 to 9, I think. It may go to 10, but I think it's 0 to 9 actually. And you can see we're at a 7. When it's at a 7, you're not doing a whole lot. We've got 7, 7 in Rezhev itself. We've got 9. It's really raining over the city there. We've got a 7 through all of this. And so the Soviets aren't going to be doing much in a 7 water level. They're just, they didn't attack at all last time across the entire front, which I think some of you found surprising. But we saw a lot of that in 1941 as well. I mean, they just didn't attack for 3 or 4 or 5 turns when it was really wet out here. Hey, David, what's up? And so that'll help allow us to get out of here, really. Now, it's going to slow down a little bit as they press in here. We can sometimes only move 1 or 2 hexes, but it looks like we'll be able to get out of here in fairly good shape. I was okay with how all of this stacked up. I'm going to click off that for a second. I just wanted you to see it's Soviet initiative. I could take this pan, nope. See, I can't even move. We're in heavy woods. This is heavy woods here. We still have this unit isolated. He decided not to move in here last time. We've got units that are starting to try to dig in, and I think I'm going to start right here. I kind of think this is where we were, and we have to decide how we want to set up in front of Smolensk. I think that I had decided to kind of move here and here, even though that leaves a path, because we do have one of these field units that are here in town. I have another field unit that's moving up here to clear these hexes. We've got a free core here. That's Heights. Heights is not particularly a great general. He's got very haunting eyes, I will say. Look at the brows on that guy. But he's a 5.65 with a 6. If he was a better general, I'd say, well, let's get him out of here. But he's just kind of sitting around. Who's got Army Group Center now? It's Kurt Student. This is something we hadn't noticed. That must have come out of Berlin. I certainly did not replace him, but Hitler got upset, and now Student is in charge of Army Group Center. Okay, I should probably look at these more often. 878, he's been here for a while because he's 213 and 55. I just didn't notice that. Ninth Army, there's Modal. I have moved him over here a little bit because we did move 18th Army around a little bit over here. Let's see what Modal is. He's 209 and 41. We're winning a lot of battles, but that doesn't always make a hell of a lot of difference when you're playing the Germans. Okay, so we've got our field divisions here. Down in Vitebsk is Army Group Center. I mean, he probably doesn't need to be this far forward, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. As long as he's not going to get trapped, I mean, you may as well have him as close as possible. Fourth Army, this is still Heinrique. Heinrique, 267 and 59. I mean, we've won a lot of battles out here, but ultimately, that's not really what wins you the game. We could move these guys forward. We could put them on the river. 14,000. He's fairly strong. Here's the river, actually. Let's keep him behind the river. We could move him over, get him up here by his core. That would also put him behind a river, and they've already started to build out here a little bit. Let's just do that. I'm just going to move him up here by his core. Now, this guy I can put behind the river here, and there we see a Soviet unit. All right, but we still have zone of control here. I'm not too worried about that. I could even move him out for a second, do an attack, but I'm not going to do that. 53rd Corps, this is under Kleeman. Good general, 64 and 18 out here. Well done, sir. 4th Army, Heinrique. We already talked about that. He's not an assault army. So these guys should be building. All right, they should be building fortifications. I'm trying to get them behind rivers wherever I can. I'd like to get this behind the river, but we'll have to dispose of this when it firms up a little bit. Let me go to the comments. Jan, what's up? Erzbeck, aloha. Greetings. Erzbeck, are you in Hawaii, my friend? I hope you are. I would love to be there at this moment. Battle and Geezers here. Sarge, the Rager. Just got dinner. Perfect. Settle in. Perfect timing. Big Head Valley's here. How you doing? Yeah. Launch the Flieger Corps. Yes, indeed. We may at some point. I know there's a lot of people that want that Flieger Corps launched. Second Luftwaffe Field Division's down here. We're going to take it off the train, and then I actually think I'll move it right up here. Not because it's going to do much offensively, but we now have this unit that's moved through here. It's one of these mech cores, and they're dangerous. They're very dangerous. They will absolutely wreck. And I've talked about this before, but they'll really wreck Panzer divisions. Always look out for those. 3rd Panzer Army's out here underneath Hermann Hoth, 687 with an 8 on the mech. Hoth is an awesome mech general. I don't have any mech under 3rd, though. He's commanding this headquarters, which is out of command, I believe. No, it's right at 15 of 15. Perfect. It's almost like I planned it that way. But then he's got this guy, 22 of 15 down here. We'll have to fix that. And then 5th Corps is going to Army Group Center. That should probably go to 3rd Panzer Corps as well. 3rd Panzer Corps, okay, good. It's not an assault army. That's what I really wanted to check. I'm trying to check the um, commands as I go along here. I just don't want things getting crazily out of command. Now, I had backed him up, but I really want him behind this river, I think. Let's make sure that this is a river hex. Minor river to the west and the northwest. It is. So let's scoot him forward. And now we have this isolated as well, and that's why I brought this field unit up. I could even move this field unit out and try to block this unit, but he's going to have a hard time getting through this zone of control. So I think I'll leave it be. This headquarters, I don't want him to, if he sneaks all the way to here, I don't want that to be a problem. This mech unit could, I guess, conceivably get up here as well. I could take this field unit and move him over here and really, I don't want to move that out of there now. I'm just going to leave this as is. We've got that isolated. He may come try to touch here, which, okay. But I want these guys to stay behind the river as well. I guess maybe I shouldn't have moved this guy yet. Eh, he could also, no, he can't move over. He could move, but he's sitting on the depot. I'm just going to leave this as is, I think. This field division up here should block him, and we've got a unit in Smolensk now, so I think that's okay. I could, if I back him up one, okay, he's still in command. I think that works. I'll just leave it like that. All right, around and around we go. Out here, we've got 27th Corps. This is Rouse. Let's make sure he's got his support units. He does. That all looks good. We don't have anybody out here with particularly strong. I mean, if we look at what the combat values would be here, we've just barely got him 2-to-1. We could try to attack here. Oh, he's only got 3,800 men. My goodness. All right, well, we need to repair this unit as soon as we can. He's only got 5,700. These guys look really weak. I'm glad that the Soviets don't have much of attack ability here. I could move this up here and get him off the line. 3,800. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to move him off the line. And let's put him on refit. I wish I could have got him into town, but I couldn't. And we'll take this unit and move him here. All right. Now we've got this unit isolated. We've got 10,000, 10,000. This is just the French unit. I did move this back last time, 93rd ID. He rebuilt. He's up to 13,000 men. His TOE went up to 83. Nice. Okay, let's take him off refit. And he could go, let's say here, and take the French place, potentially. He would still have 6 left there. All right. Now I'll take this French unit then. I don't want this to get isolated. I'll think about that. These guys potentially, I'm going to scoot the French out of here for just a second. These guys I am going to have attack if I can. If I can. Oh, with 6 he can't. So that must be across the river. All right, let's try to attack with those guys and see if we do anything. Not really. Ernst Highway to Hell, he took his best shot, but nothing's going on there. So, okay. I'm going to just put him behind the river here, trying to play defensively, in this quadrant anyway. I've got him scooted back. Hopefully he'll rebuild. He's on refit. 5,000. Ugh. He's got to get out of here. Once he rebuilds, we'll bring him back. 8,000. Okay. 10,000. I'm just looking at the man count. Okay. Well, we'll rebuild as we go down. Hey, what's up, Bananas? I just wanted to say it. Nord, what's up? How you doing? Yep, 7th Flieger's back, my friend. I understand that they're blocking nothing other than they're standing in the way. So I am going to be doing that. I'm just going to keep rotating things in and out. So we rebuild a division. Now I've got another one back here. I'm just going to keep pulling them back. I also am trying to build fort levels. Now I would like to go there. I could actually, I can't put the French there. He can't get there. He can't get there. It's raining. Um, okay, this unit, then, nothing to do there or here. I think we just continue to dig in. We've also almost got our fort levels built there. When it firms up, I may try to move, but he's got us kind of outnumbered down here, to be honest with you. Right in this phalanx, he's got us, outnumbered, certainly. I'm going to keep trying to isolate units where I can. He's isolated on the breakthrough. Look, I mean, he may come up this way, but I don't know where he's going. We got a field division in Smolensk. He's not going to be able to move all this way and attack this time. Not in the mud, he's not. Uh, I think that's fine. I'll leave as is for now. I may change my mind as I think about it more. We've got a secondary rail that's building out here. Where's he going to? All right. Well, he's trying to build down into this area. That's fine. He won't move into this hex next to Soviet troops. So, all right. He wants to build down this way. That's fine. I could return him though. Well, there's not any rail to really rebuild up here. This has all been built, right? I mean, this is all green. So if he wants to come down here, that's fine. As we move around here, I mean, we're not going to be attacking across rivers in quadruple rain. So we're just going to leave that as it is. Purple rain, purple. I told you guys I wouldn't sing, but when Prince comes up, sometimes I've got to. Uh, I won't do that again, I promise. He'll go into, let's put him into 3rd Panzer. All right. And now he's in command. And 3rd Panzer will only go up to 22 of 27. So now he is in command of something. Excellent. Speaking of which, let's look at 2nd Army. 2nd Army's at 25 of 27. It is now being led by Marks, Eric Marks, 666 and 6. Good enough. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Ernst Highway to Hell, has he gone up 765 and 7? Looking good, Ernst. 72 and 29. He's ready for the winter. Down this way, this is a Panzer Corps, but okay, it's all infantry now. This is Vuthman. He is an infantry general, as you can see. He's fine. We're not going to do anything with him this time. He's going directly back to second. Second, he needs to scoot around, so that's in command. Okay, that all looks good then. Who do we have here? Von Nobelsdorf. Okay. Von Nobelsdorf I usually have on a mech command, but didn't work out that way this time. He looks good on support units. We've got the Hungarians here. Now, we could move these guys up to the north and spread these guys out, but I still have dreams of Gomel once it firms up. So I'm not going to move them this time. I've got Hungarians here that'll fill in the line eventually. All right, let's do some rail. Now we've got a, let's take the units off. We've got a depot there. Let's take the rail off. Does the rail actually, no, this rail doesn't go into it. Well, it does, but it's a double back here, and we don't control that hex. It does come from here, so really we should repair this right here, I guess. Let's put the units back on. He should come down here and repair this into this depot. He's got to get the depot first, so let's do that. Okay. Now then, he can't go there. Hold on. Hold on. Come on, rail. He'll go there, then there. Let's repair that one. Now he's out of juice. He is, I mean, if they did cross the river, I guess he's exposed, but I don't think they're going to do that, quite frankly. This guy is going up to 3rd Panzer Army. For first of all, let's get this rail too. Let's get this rail going there. All right, that's as far as he can go in the mud, but we'll get Pinsk uh, patched up here this next time. He's coming down there, thinking about where our other rail is. There's the other one. Okay, let's actually do, let's do that. And then let's come up here and we'll get these other two when we get up here next turn. And I think that'll almost get all of the north repaired. Um, this is OKH. OKH is now under Halder. I say now under Halder. It's been under Halder. 3609 to 1215. If you wonder what our one loss percentages were. Okay. Fine. Fine, Halder. Where do I have Army Group? Oh, Army Group North. That's right. Army Group North is down here. Okay, that's fine. Minsk is Army Group Central. Okay. We'll move around here. Looks like he's just allowing us to cross over the river, but I'm not really sure why we would do that. Unless we were going to go for Chernigov, but I would wait for it to firm up, certainly, before we do that. 11,000, 12,000. Let's just go down the line. He's not near anybody. Let's put him on refit. Now, he's not particularly close to a depot that's hooked up. The closest one's Kiev, so he might not get anything, but we may as well put him on refit. This guy is also pretty low, 5705, 6300. I mean, these guys are really beaten down. These guys are pretty, well, he's good. He's not. Let's back him off the line one. I'll just put some Hungarians here to try to hold that. And then let's put him on refit. Okay. What about this guy? 82. Well, it's not terrible. 13. That looks pretty good. 14. 14,000 men. 14. Okay, so these guys are in pretty good shape. 13. 15. I mean, he's only got 6,100. Okay. 10,000. Then these guys have 10. 13. Okay, so a lot of these are, I mean, look, it's all relatively speaking, right? I mean, they're not like they were at the start of the game, certainly. This is Golnick out here, 765 and 7. He's got his support units. They look fine. I don't think I'm going to move anything there. Now we could start scooching, though. One thing is we can try to take this static division, which I do want to hook into another core, but not this one probably. Well, they're both 12 of 12. All right, where's Army Group South or 11th Army? Now, see, I've got 11th Army as an assault army. I think I'm going to have to put some things directly into Army Group A and Army Group B. Otherwise, we're just going to be way oversubscribed. There's Army Group A. Now, he's on the level of an Army group, right? I mean, that kind of goes without saying, but I may have to hook some cores directly into him because some of these aren't getting command anyway. I mean, they're not getting command as we stand. We've got 3 full division, actually 5 full divisions here. Is that true? 6 full divisions here that we could scooch and start scooching around this way. All right, let's see what's going where. He's in 11th Army. Okay, it makes sense. This static division, I think, could get into town if I move one of these. We've got 8,600, 69, and 73. He's got 13,000. This is a brand new, fresh division. Now, I may leave one of them here. I'd probably leave the weakest. So let's bring this guy around. All right. Can the static division get into town? He can. All right. And I'm going to put him directly in 11th Army because I'm going to shift some cores out of 11th Army this time. So let's go put him in 11th Army. All right, he's in 11th Army. He's in command. 11th Army actually doesn't have any support units. Not really. It's got, we could give it some mixed flak, or I could put that just directly in Kiev, attach it directly to the town. I think I, well, nah, let's give it to 11th Army. All right, we'll put a mixed flak in 11th Army. That's fine. That gives him a little anti-tank as well. All right. Uh, this division, I'm tempted to leave there. I don't want there to be a hole here necessarily, but I could put some Hungarians up there and then bring this down. All right. So I've got, let's look at our defense. Let's take this off. We're at X now. Let's look at each individual one. Okay, so that one's a 66 on its own. That one's a 76, and that's 100 all by itself, the static division. All right, so I'll leave the one that's the weakest, the 66. I'll leave that here. I'll take the 77, and I'm eventually going to move it there. But first of all, we got to move other things. Um, the 8600, the 4900. I'm going to back off the line. I'll put it right with its headquarters, and I'm going to put that on refit. All right. The 11990, I'll move there. This, let's see. This guy. That's the static. 69. He's the weaker of the two. So I'll actually take the 7,300 men. I could either stack him there or I could get a little more adventurous and start moving these around more. He can't go there. Hold on, sorry. He can't quite get there, but I'm triple stacked here. I'm actually going to take this 5,000 off the line. I'll stack him with his headquarters and I'll put him on refit. All right. Try to build up these two a little bit. Um, I don't need both of these. Both of these that, we're already here. I don't need them both here. I honestly think I can single stack most of these places. 11-9. He's quite strong at this point. I'm gonna move this guy here. And also don't forget the Soviets aren't really attacking right now, so that's an advantage. Let's move him around. And we'll move him here. We're going to move the Hungarians actually kind of back here behind. Let's move one. Let's put him there. We'll stack Hungarians here. That'll also allow me to then move another unit down this way. There we go. That's how I wanted it. And I've got one on refit that I can move right back here next turn. Let's put the Hungarian armor up here. Now then, I don't want to move these guys too quickly. Let's look and see what we got going on here. I've got all the purple here. Now blue, I saw blue. Okay, there we go. There's an 11. It's hard moving out here. He could scoot around here. What if I move these Hungarians out though? Can he get there? He can't get in that hex. Why is that? Let's get off this. Let's look at movement points. What about the guy that's 13 movement points? How far can he go? Well, he can get into this level 2, or he could come all the way around here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring him around, and I may just leave the Hungarians here for another turn. 1 and 2. He can't go anywhere. This guy can scoot down, though, 1. All right, so we're starting to scoot him down a little bit anyway, and single stack. Let's go check the comments. Yes, David. We are almost as long as the actual war. We're I'm trying to think when the first episode was. When did I get this game? I can't remember exactly. Oh, I still didn't move this guy down. Can he move over one? No. No. What about the guy with 11? He could move around. To like here. I may change commands with these guys. I actually think I'm going to move this guy around to here, and I'll put him in this core, which is what, 17th core? All right, let's put him in 17th core. That's going to put him over for second, but I'm going to take this guy and put him in 54th core. All right, done. Now I've got all my purple here, all my purple friends. I've got 2 divisions that are rebuilding, and I'm going to try to do that over and over, is just take things off the line and rebuild. I don't think, oh, these guys scooted a little bit. So let's bring him up one more, one more. All right, now they're in command. This isn't ideal, but I had to try to mix and match there a little bit. Okay. I mean, there's just like a huge gap out here. I don't know how far it lasts, but it looks like we could just move as far to our heart's content out here. As I scoot these around, I'm going to take the Hungarians back up into this area, which should allow me to take maybe another core out. Probably this one that's in the middle, but we'll see. But it's not this turn we're doing that. Uh, Unfortunately, these guys and 11th Army are in our assault armies, and I think I've got to take them out of assault armies. Although I don't really want them to dig in here, so I guess I guess not. I'm going to talk myself out of that. I'm going to leave them as an assault army now because we want to push this. I mean, look, I'd love to get to the river. Is that possible? I doubt it, but maybe I could get here anyway. And so I guess there's no real reason to dig in here. We've got a free core that looks like he could go somewhere, but uh, I could move him up there. I think I'm just going to leave him here, though. I do think I can now take what's underneath here. Let's get that rail out of here. There, I don't want the rail there. Um, he could go here or here. I could leave a little bit of a gap here, and I could start to scrunch here a little bit if possible. Let's actually move him up. Now, I don't want him to get isolated. So I'm going to move the Hungarian unit around here, and I'm going to move this other unit here. All right, that looks a little better. Now we're starting to play, every other hex a little bit. I could scoot him around. Actually, I'm going to put him right there. So we can't break through there. They didn't look like they wanted to get too adventurous last time as far as, this mech unit got down here. We've got this Panzer division, but like I always say, these guys are death to Panzers. He's got 9. He can get to here. That is every other hex. We cannot allow him to get here, whatever that takes. How far back can this go? Well, so here's the main line here around to Odessa and up. Now I've got a lot of stuff down here now. It's a matter of how we try to choke this off. Let's move that there. The headquarters I'll move here for a second. I really would like to get a motorized division down here to attack him. I don't want to attack him with the Panzer division. Either that or infantry. These guys I can back up. They haven't dug in, so it's not like I'm losing anything. I think I'll back these guys up. Ooh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, now I can scoot him around there. And I can take this Panzer division. Well, I'll come back to that. We can't allow him to get in here. So I may put the Panzer division there. But again, those things scare the hell out of me. Let's back him up behind the river here. And I'll keep the regiment. We can't allow him to get on any spur of this. So I'm going to go here. I like being behind the river, but we can't be behind the river there, obviously. Um, so tempted to attack this and try to shoot it back. That would allow us to scoot up. I think what I'm going to do is go there with the infantry. I'm going to scoot the headquarters around here, and I'll show you why here in a second. I'm going to bring this regiment, the Panzer Regiment, back to this hex. I actually think I could bring. I got to keep that there. But if we're going to protect every bit of this, I may stay right where I am here. I mean, I don't think he's going to scoot in there. He's got 7,600, 8,000. We've got Italian. I mean, that's not ideal. Definitely. I could take this cavalry, though, out and stack with the more Italians here. We need to bring this corps. We need to bring a headquarters up here. Don't let me forget to do that. I'm going to bring this out there to stack Italians. That looks strong. I don't think there's any reason to move these guys. They've got this, under control for the most part. We'll see if we can bring any infantry down. We now have this line up here. If we once it firms up, if we break through here or we go here, I mean, look at this, just run straight across here. We can cut off about 25 divisions. I hope. Don't yell. I'm not counting on it. I'm saying it looks possible. Possible. We only have to cross two rivers really to do that. And he's got nothing here. We could kind of go here again. It's just an idea. All right, we've got infantry. That's not a very strong infantry. This guy, as long as he's sitting back here, we may as well have him on refit. Refit, refit. If the Soviets aren't next to him, we may as well refit. Now, we can't allow him to jump down here, though, so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put that Panzer Division there just to block that. Keep him off this major rail that goes into Odessa. That's really can't happen. We've repaired all of this. Now, let's look at this rail unit and see what he needs to repair. Oh, this is all back operational up to here. Okay, well, let's take him north. Or, before I do that, do I want to come down here? No, because I know you guys would lose your mind if I did that. Where could he go by rail? He would need 100 to get off the train. Yeah, that's no advantage, really. Let's move him to here. Oh, that's not where I needed him. I need him right there. Okay, hold on. Undo. Let's move him to here. All right. And then next turn, we're going to start pushing. We got to clear a lot of this out, but we got to push him up to D-Town. Okay. Back to the comments. Who's saying what? Second Panzer should be assembling and resting at Kiev now. We need to get him down there, certainly. Second Panzer's the one up at Rezhev. I mean, is that what you're saying? I am going to bring them south. Is the line connected at Sevastopol? I think so. Yeah, it's all connected down here. The problem is right here. We're not getting any freight out here because I left it with 2 to go. And as a matter of fact, it's going to take me a turn or two to clear that up. I'm actually going to put this sucker on a train. This sucker on a train. Do you want to move on the train, my friend? Oh, wrong one. What did I put the command on a train? Undo that. No, I didn't. Okay, hold on. Are you on the train or not? Get off that. Train move. Let's get him out here and very quickly do this. He can't get off the train till next time, but he'll hook it next time. Then I'll take him back up by train up to here because this isn't going to get cleared out for him to come through for a couple of turns at least. So can I take him off the train? Nope. You need 100 unless you've got a bigger rail yard. So there he is. All right, he'll do this next time and hopefully freight these guys up. Good. Okay, that makes me happy. He's behind a river. This all looks fine. He doesn't have enough strength to push there. Supply priority 3. Okay, First Panzer Army. Let's make sure. Let's take him off. Let's take 0. Make sure everybody in Panzer Army 3 or First Panzer Army is a 3. 17th Army 0, and then back to 2. So everybody under him is a 2. For instance, this guy. I mean, he should be a 2. He's not commanding anything. He's an extra core, but I want him to be on a 2 if I do use him later. All right, let's move up the way here. What do I have back here? Oh, okay. So we've got an ID that's back here rebuilding. That'll be helpful. The Luftwaffe Field Division, I don't know. I could move him out here to stand in the way of something, but I'm just going to leave him there in Odessa for now. I like using these just to sit in the towns. After we lost Pskov that one time, it scared me. I think this all looks fine. Great, probably not. This guy's in good shape, but I'm not going to attack in this weather, so I'm just going to leave him right there. Infantry as we come up here, okay, we're every other hex. Now, he's actually got a little bit of strength, but he's quite weak. This has got 12,000. Huh. Well, with all of this coming back, I think what I'm going to do is back this guy up. I could put him in like Nikolaev and put him on refit. Let's do that. I'm going to put him down here and refit him for a turn. All right. And then I'll just scoot this guy down 1. He can go right there. There's nothing that's threatening to break through. Although we have tank corps and cavalry up here, so we'll just have to keep that in mind. This guy's behind the river. That looks good. He was on refit. Looks like he did refit a little bit. There are other units that need it more than he does, so I'm just going to leave him alone. 55th Corps. Now he's in 6th Army, but he's on supply priority 3. We don't want that. So let's go to 6th Army. None. 2. Medium. That's what I want all my infantry. Now if we go back and look at him, he flips down to a 2. The only unit that he's commanding is actually that unit. So let's get down here and stack him. And hopefully that'll build up this time in Nikolaev. That also gives us a little protection if he should happen to break through here. I don't think he will, but if he should happen to. We've got 299th ID that got blown the hell out of here. Let's get him a little closer to his command, but I am going to put him on refit. I want to put him in command. He's now 5 of 5. He is on refit. Okay, that also helps potentially block something. So these guys are here. We've got the Arab Special that's here. I'm just going to put the Arab Special back here as like a blocking force. Oh, we got a little bit of a gap here. Guess I didn't notice that earlier. Okay, that's 2 across, but we've got things that are on the way. So, all right, we'll deal with that in a second. They're just giving me Krivy Rogue. I don't know why, but I don't really want to move back out here. Why is it showing there are things on the airfield? It must mean we still have some support there. I guess. No, he controls the hex. That must be his planes then. He's moved planes in here. I could just overrun some planes. Tempted to move there and try to move back, but I'm not going to get that fancy. 57th goes back to 55th Corps. This is under the very handsome Rudolf von Buenow. 10 of 12. He doesn't have a great group. I want to give him a couple of construction. Even though these guys are an assault army right now, I want him to have a couple. I'll just take him out of Army Group A, even though he's in Army Group B. We'll just take that out. Okay. I do need to fill this in, but this is a very weak unit. Ah, but we've got Viking here. We've got infantry. We've got panzers. Excellent. I mean, we could really attack that cavalry. I'm going to try that. Even though it's in the middle of the rain, I think we can scoot him back, and we do. 51, 749, and 12. That works quite well. We'll take that, and then I'm going to scoot him right there. That should block that. He's behind a river. I like it. Okay. Um, Panzer infantry. That all looks fine. We've got a Panzer rebuilding here. 20th Panzer. I've got to get these commands straightened out. Oh, he was actually technically out of command there. My bad. Um, we've got the Slovaks. Wow, they really can't move at all. We've got this. Wow, this is going to be a bunch to unravel here. We've got infantry that's in really poor shape. 16th is not in particularly good shape. 25th, we've got these guys sitting in town. These guys are really beat up. I think I want to 47 tanks. Ouch. Yucky. Hey, what's up, Paul? M60's here. No, Jan. D Town and Z Town. We're holding those, baby. We got those. We got those. I hope. Uh, Netherlands motorized. We've got 36th motorized over here. We've got, you know, infantry that's in bad shape. All of this stuff up here is in pretty bad shape. This guy's rebuilding on refit. He's also just kind of blocking a little bit. I'll just put the headquarters on. Oh, that moves you out of command. Okay, never mind. Um, well, let's see. I've got infantry and a motorized there. I've got two infantry and a motorized there. Two infantry and a motorized here. That should be strong enough to hold all that. I've got motorized back here. I think I'll move that Panzer division there and the motorized division there. All right. Now all of his motorized are up this way. I've also got the Netherlands motorized, but they're just kind of sitting here. The headquarters, that looks fine. And I'll move this other headquarters up here. This is now out. Oh, this is the Hungarian armor. Uh, let's just move him up here. We'll get him on the other side of the river. He's actually in decent shape. He did refit last time. I say decent. I mean, he's at 51%, but he's not, at 30 or something. Now I've got all the major commands here. I've got 17th Army and 1st Panzer. 41 of 45. 17th is not an assault, so they could start to dig in once they get back behind the river. This looks fine enough. Let's put it that way. I'll keep motorized and infantry there. These guys are in terrible shape. Uh, Maybe I'll put Netherlands there. I really don't, I want to make sure they don't break through right here as well, though. He's only got 6,000 men, but he's not really being pressured at the moment. I don't want any panzers without infantry or motorized support, though. Oh, there's another panzer division. Well, why don't I just move? I'll just put him there. Okay. Um, he could go into this corps. Oh, that's an infantry corps. He could go into this corps. 9 of 12. That would be all of this. All right, let's give him to Reinhard. That's 41st Panzer Corps. All right, let's put him in there. 41st Panzer Corps. All right, that's fine. I would love to spread out this infantry, but they almost have to be double stacked. I think what I'll do is just leave the motorized there. He should be able to take care of himself, and we'll move one of these guys here. 4,900, 4,600. Let's move this guy off the line and have him rebuild. We've got a lot of infantry coming back. All of these guys have to rebuild. Um, I've got 2 Panzer divisions in town. Now this one I could bring up back across the river though with the rest of his guys here. Tell you what, for now I'm just going to move him back across the river. This guy I want to rebuild if I can. Let's just move him off the line. I don't know. I'll put him there because I'm going to put stuff in this hex. He's on refit already. Now we'll just go here. Got a Panzer division and infantry there. That should be fine. All right. We've got Panzer and infantry there. They should be fine. Again, I mean, the AI is not attacking. Now we want to go straight down this rail line if we can. Now, I'd love to be behind the river, but I think people that have mentioned keeping this rail line is important. I think we want to go on this river and then just around this way. So I think for now, I'll keep these guys. I'll come back and look at it, but I think I'm going to keep them right there for now. The Slovaks, though, I want to get them back on refit. Let's get them back behind the river because we do have infantry that, again, needs to rebuild, but I can bring them back here. 1 infantry there. 9th Panzer can stack with him. We'll stay on the rail line. These guys can double stack. What headquarters? This was Reinhardt. Reinhardt can back up or he can stack with a Panzer division. Probably better do that. Okay, these are all his guys. We'll get him back behind the river, and then we're just going to cut straight down here. So we'll get on the river right there. There. I'm going to go back and put all these guys on refit. Now we're behind the river here and here. I'm going to double stack them for now. We'll put his headquarters there, I guess, for now. And then we can start bringing Romanians back. They were all clustered here. We got to remember to disband the depot. Sure. We'll just go there, there, here. So this whole core can triple stack with each other. Just back that into there. We'll take the one that's already routed back. We'll stack the headquarters with them. I guess this headquarters I'll put right there. 3rd Romanian Army can back up. Where though? I'll just put him right there for now. This Romanian Corps doesn't have anybody. He can stack with the overall headquarters. This Corps can just go there. All right, so we'll bring all of this back, hinge it back down the river. I am going to try to put some German troops there. Don't worry. This is just, we'll spread all of this out eventually, but for now, anyway, I'm going to bring them back this way. All right, we know the Romanian cavalry is actually stronger than their infantry, so we'll put them down right here, which we just can't allow them to break here. At least if they broke here, we're just falling back to the river. We could move German troops over here or whatever. Okay, bring that and that. Wow, he can't get very far at all. All right, this infantry, I'll stack with him so he doesn't get caught out. This infantry will back up. Bring them here. Full retreat, gentlemen. Doo -doo -doo. Blow the bugle. We're in full retreat. There. All right. Let's disband this depot. Make sure nothing's attached. As far as an AA unit goes, it's not just the airbase, but we're going to lose that. Bring the headquarters back. They can't go any farther. They can't go any farther. This headquarters will come back this way, still in command. All right, I'm going to go back and look at all this once we're done here. That's right, Nord. Only 152 or 150 turns to get the till we go to the judges' scorecards. Uh, yeah, indeed. Where did I keep the Luftwaffe in airfields without supply? Are we talking about these guys down here? I mean, most of these guys I pulled out. D Town. You know what? I'll actually go look at that. That's a good point, Lucas. That's a good point. We have no planes here. No. We do have some planes here, though. You can, yeah, these planes are here. They're only flying ground support, so they shouldn't really have been in the air at all this last turn. But it's a fair point. This is in not great supply, and we've got a lot of recon planes here. I can get those out as well. That's a good point. Um, they also draw supply out. The units, they take supply away from the units. So I probably will move all of these out of here. So thank you for that. This all looks fine. I mean, this is all defense wise. 4 raindrops. He's not going to attack. So we've got time to now set our line here, set up for when it freezes, and try to get through here somewhere. I call it the buzz cut maneuver. We're just going to try to whoop right across the top. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Happy Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow. We're about to go over 4,000. If you have not subscribed, subscribe because I think we're like 3 away from being at 4,000. And I do appreciate that. So anyway, I don't know. 4.0K looks more impressive than 3.9. Or maybe that's just mental. I don't know. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be episode 200. It also, I think, will be able to turn the turn. I don't see why not. I'm going to look at the commands. I'll get those aircraft out of there. Thank you for that, Lucas. And you guys be good. Strategy Gaming Dojo.